Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are doing a comparison video and we are comparing two top defenders and both of them are super cheap. The two defenders are Syria Smalling and Syria Bremer. Now looking at the cards, Bremer is 2-star, 3-star with high mighty work rate and 6'2" as height. And we've slapped shadow chemistry styles on both of them, and that makes Bremer's pace crazy. Being lengthy, he has 97 acceleration, 98 sprint speed with crazy defending and physicals, except for stamina part, but I think it should be okay. The dribbling looks very good, and 78 agility and balance for the center back doesn't look bad at all. The short pass, long pass looks good as well. So I have played with him before and he has been very good for me. There's another video where I have individually reviewed him, so feel free to check that out. But today we are comparing him with Smalling, who has 91 acceleration with 99 sprint speed with a shadow chemistry style, and I'm expecting him and Bremer to be very similar based on the other stats. Based on the other stats, because the passing it's better with Bremer, definitely the passing stats, but dribbling looks almost okay, but you could see the agility and balance for Bremer is really nice. But when it's come to defending and physicals, definitely both of them are very similar, with strength, aggression and jumping being better for Smalling. So overall, I think both of these cards should perform very similarly, but let's see in the game who performs better. And in case of chasing players, I think Bremer should do a better job just because of his high acceleration, but we'll see.
We're ready to usher in the Champions playoffs.
Bremer getting on the ball pretty quickly there.
There'll be some nerves out there.
This is the lineup for the home team. Alisson gets the
good positioning by Bremer again.
Plays with
Smalling taking the ball again. This time, I mean. So far, very similar in terms of
plays alongside in the middle of the pitch.
Getting the balls.
Robert Lewandowski plays alongside Joaquin Correa.
Very nice inception. So the transitioning with Smalling looks pretty good too. It's like nowhere different than what I'm feeling with Bremer so far. Look at that from Bremer. The way he struck off Lewandowski there, crazy. Good chase back by both Bremer and Smalling there. Eventually Bremer getting the ball. So very similar in that respect too. Very quick and very strong Smalling this time. So again guys, like so far the way they both kind of like charge on the players, it's been very similar. I think the situations where you're actually catching up to a player, that might actually be different just because of Bremer's acceleration. That's a very good switch by Bremer. We're gonna try the same thing with Smalling. No problem there whatsoever. Nicely done there by Smalling and getting the ball. I haven't yet felt a lot of difference in terms of their accelerations. Very good kind of acceleration there by Bremer. I brought him forward this time. That's a good pass. And pretty good track back too, as you saw. And I felt the same thing with Smalling too.
Not the best clearance. Oh, good defending to stop.
Good trap by Smalling there. And yet again, charging on the ball pretty nicely. Now tracking back too. Very similar to that of Bremer's. And Bremer kind of couldn't get there. Which is okay. I did expect him to get there, but those are like trackback situations. So he was pretty quick to get there, but unfortunately couldn't kind of get to the ball.
Lanzini plays alongside Virgil van Dijk in central defence. Dirk Kuyt starts alongside.
Very good
Xavi
jockeying, as you saw there by Bremer.
Tactical configuration that sets something up. Textbook defending inside the box. Right.
So as you saw, like Smalling is trying to catch, I think, Cruyff there, and he is struggling, right? And I've seen kind of like Bremer catching up to players better than that, so I'm not sure. Maybe in that situation, Bremer also might have not been able to catch, but still, something to observe between the two. Yet again. So this kind of like, you know, coming in from behind in front of the player, Bremer really does a good job at that.
Can they create something? Not to be this
It's
time.
good reach by Smalling there. Very nicely done, taking away the ball.
Sandro to- They're really single-minded
Nicely
piece of
covering
defending.
Cruyff,
Nothing untoward
and
happened.
then gets the ball to Smalling. So this is the acceleration, right? So at a very similar situation when Cruyff was running away, and you know, Smalling was trying to get to the ball, he couldn't kind of reach it, right? And that's because he started running, like his initial acceleration was a little late.
Lewandowski.
Look at that, yet again. So Bremer covering the player really nicely.
Well, they couldn't take advantage of the opportunity.
Smalling easily taking the ball there.
He continues his run.
So only if you overcome it, that's the time when these players like these kind of, you know, fall short to take the ball. Otherwise, they're just too strong. It's not really easy to get past by them.
Well, as you can see, the hosts have really dictated the play and have used it really well.
Nicely done by Smalling there.
And I expect more of the
Good
same from
interception,
game
very
on.
quick interceptions too.
Smalling. Can he find the net?
Well, why not? That was a good try by Smalling there. Right at the corner, that's the only time when defenders can really have a very good chance of scoring. So look at that from Smalling. So yeah, like it's just like Bremer in that instance. If you saw a little bit earlier,
That would- And Neymar.
look at that pace with Neymar. Easily overtakes him.
Pogba. Can he put it away? The important
Look at that from
advance
Bremer
tackle
getting the
cannot be
ball very
overstated.
quickly. Look at that from Smalling. I almost lost the ball there, so very quick again, getting the ball.
Jairzinho.
Very quick again, Smalling this time, and very strong too.
Tremendously strong in the tackle. Pogba.
Smalling misses the interception there. That is something that I've noticed twice now. I know like interceptions usually like 99, but for some reason this is like twice or thrice that he's missed kind of an easy interception that I thought he would probably take. So something to note there.
Oh, nice ball.
Very good pace by Smalling. Sorry, Bremer there. So usually Bremer is always there. So not even once I felt that Bremer is either out of position or covering the player properly.
Really creating enough
He's
chances.
just
They've almost
always
lost
so good.
for the sake of it.
Very good challenge by Smalling there.
Off the supply.
So Smalling definitely is able to get the ball and kind of track back also, but you'll see the difference, right? So Bremer is almost always in front of that player,
Shot attempted.
but Smalling somehow kind of just reaches it in the end. He does reach it.
This is a big chance.
Don't get me wrong, but
And short it is.
with Bremer it's like, oh yeah, he's already there, you know, that kind of stuff.
Pogba. Oh, tremendous pass from Del Piero. And the
So yeah, that's something I've, again, like what we've observed before with Smalling in terms of his interception. Sometimes it's just not able to get the ball, so you got to work with that.
Oh, lovely weighted ball. They might be in.
Very good work this time. Apart from that, that inception, quick inception thing. Okay, he's checking around this time. Well, yeah, I triggered that run. Pretty good chase back. So while chasing back, because he was almost in that path, he also tried to, get the ball there. So very good work again. And he gets the ball too. Good work by Smalling. I mean, he's very good in game, so no doubt about that. Look at that from Smalling.
There you can see it. The hosts haven't been able to control possession, but their attacking play
Yet
has been
again.
really incisive. It's been a really good display
So
from them
quick
far.
to kind of, get on the ball. So helpful. So that is the thing about having very quick defenders, right? It doesn't give attackers a lot of time, so they have to play quick passes or do, a lot of skills. So if it's skills, yes, a lot of time they'll beat you. But if it's passes like these, most of the time you'll get the ball. So, very, very helpful to have that high pace and very good acceleration too. Yeah. So Smalling covering this time very nicely. Just how it's usually with Bremer. Very nice work. Look at that. Very so in terms of charging to the player to get the ball, there's no difference. Absolutely no difference. Smalling is equally quick. Okay guys, so final verdict for the Bremer versus Smalling review, guys. Both of these players are incredibly similar in terms of almost all the statistics. The only difference, and I think I've said this a couple of times in the gameplay too, the acceleration, because of that very high 97 acceleration along with 99 sprint speed, Bremer is able to get to the players very quickly. Not in terms of charging, not in terms of jockeying and transitioning. Everything is incredible similar in between these two players. In fact, sometimes I felt that Smalling's tackles are very strong, a little bit stronger than what I felt with Bremer's. But when it comes to kind of charging to get to a player, like if you are just a little bit behind the player or you've overcommitted, and those situations, I don't think there's like probably any defender who has very good stats is able to beat Bremer, apart from like the very elite ones like Varane and all the meta cards. But apart from that, both of these players perform incredibly good in the game. They're very nice. Both of them are also very similar. Just this difference between the work rate, if you see, Bremer is high medium while Smalling is medium high. So even though Bremer is high and medium with like attacking defensive, you do not feel like it's like he's always there in his defensive positions and never moving out of position. So there's no problem there. Smalling's in-air abilities are a little better, just because like higher, a little bit better height. But apart from that, both of these perform very similarly. And if you are to get one, I think both of them are almost at the same price as of now. But if it was me, I would go for Bremer, but it's up to you. You could go for a player who whose game sense suits you better. But for me, Bremer is my ultimate center back, and Smalling is very, very close to him. So hopefully this video helps you out, guys. If it does, please share, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time with another player review or player comparison. Bye bye, cheers.